Prison is a dangerous place, but for some the danger is amplified, the threat level dialed up to 11. Child predators, those who have committed heinous crimes against the most vulnerable, occupy the lowest rung of the prison hierarchy. They are universally despised, seen as the scum of the earth, and become targets the moment they step inside. Violence is a constant companion, a looming spectre that follows them through the corridors and cell blocks. Word travels fast within prison walls, whispered rumors turning into confirmed intel. Inmates have their ways of finding out, a network of information more efficient than any prison grapevine. And once the label of child predator is attached, it sticks, an indelible mark that paints a target on their backs. Prison guards, tasked with maintaining order, often grapple with their own feelings. The horrific nature of the crimes committed evokes a primal sense of disgust, a visceral reaction that's hard to ignore. This internal conflict can manifest in indifference, a blind eye turned towards the suffering of those deemed unworthy of protection. Beatings are commonplace, a grim welcome to their new reality. Murder becomes the ultimate punishment, a vigilante justice meted out in the shadows of a system struggling to contain the darkness within. For those deemed most at risk, there's protective custody, a separation from the general population intended to offer a shield against the ever-present threat. But this protection, like a thin blanket on a cold night, offers little real comfort. It's a prison within a prison, a confined existence stripped bare of even the meager social interactions that punctuate life behind bars. Protective custody houses a collection of society's outcasts, individuals deemed too vulnerable for the general population. This can include informants, former gang members seeking a clean break, and yes, other child predators. The very nature of their crimes makes them unpredictable, capable of sudden and extreme violence. The case of John Diogan, a former priest convicted of child molestation, stands as a chilling example. Placed in protective custody for his own safety, he found himself sharing a cell with Joseph Lee Drew, a man with a history of violence. Drew, fueled by his own twisted sense of justice, murdered Diogan in his cell, exposing the fallacy of protection within a system designed to punish. Even if they avoid physical harm, the mental toll is immense. The term greenlighting sends shivers down the spines of those who understand its sinister implications. It's the unspoken agreement, the knowing look that transcends words. It's the guard who conveniently disappears when a group of inmates corner a known child predator, the one who doesn't see the makeshift weapon being passed around. The reasons are complex, a toxic cocktail of personal disgust, fear of reprisal from other inmates, and a system stretched thin, where turning a blind eye becomes easier than confronting the chaos head-on. The case of Derek Chamberlain, who died in Orange County Jail in 2006, offers a stark example of greenlighting's deadly consequences. Chamberlain, accused of possessing child pornography, was placed in a cell with 2 known gang members. Despite his pleas for help, his concerns about his safety were ignored. He was brutally murdered, his death a gruesome testament to the failure of the system designed to protect him. Greenlighting thrives in the shadows, fueled by silence and denial. Section 4. Real-world horrors, examples of violence against child predators in prison. The stories emerging from prison walls paint a grim picture, each incident a stark reminder of the brutality unleashed within. Take, for example, the inmate whose crime earned him a special kind of hatred. His punishment, a brutal beating that left his skull crushed, a spoon jammed into his body cavity, a final act of dehumanization. Then there's Robert Maudsley, better known as Hannibal the Cannibal, a moniker earned through his horrific acts in the UK prison system. Among his victims was a man convicted of sexually abusing children. Maudsley's methods were gruesome, his actions a chilling reflection of the rage he felt towards those who preyed on the innocent. These are not isolated